welcome back to the DFS Sweatshop. I'm your host, your DFS Jerusalem, coming to you live from the unless you got 150 entries and then you're a shark, and I don't fuck with you. So there's too much good shit on here. This is the often imitated, never duplicated. I'm here with my lovely co-host. Thank y'all. Stay safe. Enjoy. I may have been calling in work. You're gonna be in the running for the Snowflake of the Year. Get your shit together with your snowflake. I'm here at the crib, man, and I'm just finishing up. Stop. Throw them bitches in the main. I'm telling you. You're gonna see the results, bro. You're gonna see it. Just this is what's really gonna help you out. You know how I feel about the home dogs. There's a lot of fight in the home dogs, and I really think a lot of shit to go over tonight. Who that squirrel and pointer red player of the night? Get him in your lineups. Get him in there, and let's go get this money. Thursday, let's go, and remember, in the sweatshop, we always keep it 300. What's up? What's happening? This is the big homie, the DFS Jerusalem, and you can follow me, of course, on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem. Today, we will be talking about this huge 10-game slate popping off. It was a day off for me last night. Finally, the DFS Jerusalem was able to take a day off and not play. It was a 2-game slate, bro. I just, whatever. I couldn't get behind it, man. I really couldn't. So, but I was looking forward to Friday. We've got, thank God it's Friday, TGIF. We've got a very solid 10-game slate, one that I'm really looking forward to. There's a couple of guys, or quite a few guys, that I already like, and we're going to jump right into it. We're going to waste no time. Let's go ahead and lace the slate, kind of take a look at it from a totality, the whole thing. Let's take a look. All right, so we got Detroit, Philadelphia. We've got the Minnesota Timberwolves going to Boston to take on the Celtics. This game means a lot to me. I think here is where this is going to be a really solid test for both teams. We're going to really see where Jimmy Butler is in this one. We're going to see where Kyrie is. We're going to see where Jaylen Brown is in this one. This is a game that I really like. I really like this game. And it's going to be in Boston. It's a nationally televised game. For that reason, I am going to be taking an early exception to a few of these cats in this game. I love this one. Then we've got my Knicks going to Miami to take on the Heat. That was always a really solid rivalry growing up. Then we've got Toronto and Milwaukee, a really nice one. I like that one. Chicago, Dallas, I like this game. We've got Phoenix and San Antonio. Utah going to Denver to take on the Nuggets. Then we've got the Wizards and the Grizzlies. That's going to be the late game on ESPN at 9:30. Then we got Hawks, Trailblazers, and the Charlotte Hornets and the Los Angeles Lakers. So very solid slate of games here. I get 10 altogether. This should be nice. Let's go ahead, jump right into it. I'm going to be coming, of course, from a RotoQL perspective, man. There's going to be a link to RotoQL in the description of this video. This is my very favorite DFS tool to use. It was the one I use more than anything else, honestly. And it's really good. I love the layout. The way you can easily scroll through and look at players, click on them, like them. I love that aspect, as well as, the optimizer. Really, sometimes it puts you on guys that you wouldn't normally just think about, being core guys for you. So this is a very solid optimization tool, very solid site. I like their projections. I like a lot about it, man. They need to give me my own projections. Like, I know here, where you've got a DFS Guru. And there's like a few different kind of projections that you can use, a couple of other contributors. The sweatshop, we should have our own sweatshop projections. They should give me that. They should let me do my own thing, sweatshop projections. As I always go in and I tweak it a little bit anyway, and I add my own guys and I take away and do my own shit with their format. I should get my own. If somebody knows somebody at RotoQL, holler at them and tell them, let's get some sweatshop projections on there. Let me do my thing, baby. Let me do my thing. So, first game we got is going to be the Minnesota Timberwolves going to Boston to take on the Celtics. We got a 206-point total here. The Minnesota Timberwolves, man, have been playing pretty decent ball ever since they all figured out, hey, how about we just give Jimmy Butler the ball and get the fuck out of the way? Since they've done that, man, this dude has been on fire. We're going to Boston, taking on the Celtics at 105. is going to be the Celtics point total here, or projected point total. And the first thing we can say is we know that Minnesota has been struggling. Has been struggling to limit point guard production. And you look at one of the better point guards in the league, especially a ball dominant guy that can score, is Kyrie Irving. He's priced at 8.4. I kind of like that one. Al Horford is definitely in play for me. This is one of the worst teams in the league against centers. I'm speaking of the Minnesota Timberwolves. Karl-Anthony Towns is not a defensive stopper by any stretch of the imagination. So, and then with Marcus Morris coming back and playing those power forward minutes, then that's when we've seen Al Horford shift over to the center spot. Therefore, leading to him probably being matched up a lot with Karl-Anthony Towns. I do like that. Now, there is one chance that we could see Aaron Baines move back into the starting lineup. That is a possibility. We could see Aaron Baines move back into the starting lineup if Marcus Morris has some sort of if Marcus Morris has some sort of setback or limit minutes of some sort. So be on the lookout for that. Tatum at 5.3. Don't really love him. I think Jaylen Brown is definitely in play at 5.8. I'm a fan here. This Tatum kid is shooting crazy from three. He's like 43% from three. It was 47%, I think. He's going ham from three. But I don't love him a lot in this game. I think he's usable, but I like Jaylen Brown a little bit more at 5.8. Off of the bench, I think Terry Rozier at 4.3 could be a usable guy. Looking on the other side, we got Karl-Anthony Towns at 9.2. I don't love Towns in this spot, but I do like Jimmy Butler at 9.8. That price is all the way up. But Jimmy Butler, man, he's been playing very well so far. We're looking over his last 10 games, man. 46, 50, 48, 38, 53, 45, 45, 36, 56 in his last 10. Fairly good. But 9.8, man, that's stretchy, man. That's a big price hike for him. Andrew Wiggins, he's been playing pretty good over the last few as well. 26, 46, 21, 28. And that's kind of a consistent floor on that. So Wiggins at 5.7, I think I can get behind that. I can. Taj Gibson at 5.8. We know that we can always attack. Now, see, this is where we can attack Boston rebounding the basketball. When they have Horford as playing the 5 spot. Whenever Horford is playing the 5, we can definitely attack the Boston Celtics at the power forward spot. And there's nobody else in the league right now to do that with in this type of matchup than Taj Gibson. I mean, he's under 6K. I think he's like 3rd in the league in double-doubles. He has had a ton of double-doubles so far this season. 25, 20, 33, 22, 30, 35. So, the floor is there for him. I like him to go low-owned in this spot. DVP is in his favor at the 24th ranked defense against the power forward position. Yeah, man, I like him. I definitely think we can rock with Taj Gibson. This is going to be FanDuel pricing. This is FanDuel pricing. You want to switch over to draft? Okay, we should switch over to DK. Back over to DK. Butler on DK, okay, playable, 8.4. Butler's playable on DK, 8.4. Wiggins at 5.9, yes. Taj Gibson at 5.7, yes, he is playable. Tyus Jones is coming up as a game time decision here. He got stitches on his lip after Sunday's game. He should be good to go. I think you can play Tyus Jones here. Kyrie at 8.2, that's going to be usable. Horford at 7.4, that's going to be usable. Yeah, you can use Horford at 7.4, and then of course Jaylen Brown at 5.7. Yes, we can use that. I like that. And Rozier at 4.8. I like them better on FanDuel with 4.3. The next game we got is going to be the Detroit Pistons going to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. This was supposed to be a big deal, man. These guys were throwing little trash talk back and forth with each other. I'm talking about Andre Drummond and Joel Embiid. We know Drummond sat out the last game. Embiid, I think he did play. He played the last time out. He was supposed to not play and ended up going out and putting up 50.75 DraftKings points. So if all signs point to him playing, I would say both of these cats are going to be in play. Not only Joel Embiid at 10.1, but Drummond at 9.1 is going to be in play as well. Okay, so remember, early in the season, these guys were throwing shade back and forth to each other, and I definitely think that you can consider both of them in this spot. Ben Simmons, as long as Embiid is playing, I'm going to have to consider some Ben Simmons at 8.6. I wouldn't have an issue there. Dario Saric at 6.6 looks to be playable as well. Maybe some Trevor Booker for the cheap at 3.8, even though his minutes have been down recently. I think they could use him in this spot with Andre Drummond and guys like that coming off of the bench, like Boban maybe, or Eric Moreland also at 3K. So yeah, I think we can get behind Trevor Booker. Tobias Harris at 6.4. That looks to be a solid play for us. Avery Bradley 5.3. Don't really love that. Ish Smith is at 5.8. I don't play him. I can't play him on a 10-game slate. Drummond fouled out last time. The last time he played, I think the last time against he fouled out. Yep. Or no, he had 49 against the Sixers last time at 8.6, and he had 44 against them at 7.8. So he's had 2 really good games against them as far as the price point was concerned. Embiid, what did he do? Okay, he had 38 and 42 against them. But yeah, I think you can go either way with this one. But I do like Drummond though. I like Drummond, and he should be good to go. Next game we got going to be the Miami Heat at the crib taking on my New York Knicks. The Heat are giving up 5 to the Knicks here. We got a 202-point total. Yo, Kristaps is now cheaper as he's been in quite some time. He's been. I haven't seen him this cheap in quite some time, and he hasn't been playing like stupendously well lately. What's the last time we seen him priced at 7.8 or under 7.9? Okay, it's been a while. Okay, he was 7-7 and dropped 51 the last time against Boston. Against the Miami Heat, I like Kristaps. He's playable. At 7.8, Kristaps is definitely playable. Jarrett Jack is a no for me. Lance Thomas, no. Beasley at 5.3. That's somebody to look at. Hassan Whiteside at 6.7. I'm going to give this another shot, bro. Foul trouble really fucked him up. And since I played I played Whiteside last time, he only got 22 DraftKings points for me at 6.6. I really feel like nobody is want to play him. I feel like nobody's going to want to play him. People are going to look at him like, hell no, he crapped the bed on me last time. But we cannot forget, man, this dude has 60, 70 point upside, man. So I'm going to have some exposure to Whiteside. And when I like Whiteside that much, I got to look at Dragic. Dragic against my Knicks could really be in for a big game here. 6.6, very fair price on him. I'm going to be rolling out. I'm going to be rolling out some Dragic Whiteside lineups. I really am. I'm gonna be rolling out some Dragic Whiteside lines, and I kind of like that. Tyler Johnson at 5.2. He's gonna be another playable guy. Okay, Dion Waiters, we already know he should be out already. James Johnson at 5.8. I think he could be playable here. That could be a nice matchup for Mike Beasley. Seeing some of that James Johnson seeing some Mike Beasley defense playing with the second team. That could be usable. Next game we got is gonna be the Toronto Raptors going to Milwaukee to take on the Bucks. DeMar DeRozan last time out against the Bucks, he dropped 75 points. Now this game did go into overtime. DeRozan and Bradley Beal have been on inexplicable tears recently, and they've got very similar games. They do a lot of the same shit, have a lot of the same things on both of their teams. If you want to like compare Bledsoe with Wall, and then you want to compare Otto Porter kind of with Giannis. Not saying that, but I'm saying two rangy wing guys that just let the shooting guard shoot. They just let the shooting guard shoot. And oh man, I definitely think DeMar DeRozan is going to be in play here. I like DeRozan. I like DeRozan. I gotta go back to him. The price is up on him some, but I gotta go back to him. I like DeMar DeRozan here. Kyle Lowry at 7.3. Of course, he's going to be playable. This could be a Lowry DeRozan day to stack both of them. He is definitely playable against Eric Bledsoe. Giannis at 10.7. I think that was an aberration that he nearly hit value last time out. That has not been the case for him most games this season. That was the biggest point total we've seen from him in quite some time. He did have a 60-point game against Cleveland, but after that, 44, 45, 38, 50, 48, 57. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan. Bledsoe, this is a perfect spot for him against Kyle Lowry. He's gonna go low owned. Nobody's gonna want to play him. I could see it. Chris Middleton with DeMar DeRozan defense, probably. Yeah, I can play DeRozan here. I like Malcolm Brogdon at 4.7. I want to take a look at Jonas Valanciunas at 4.6. He is very cheap and could get the best of John Henson very early in this game. I definitely think CJ Miles has potential at 3.7 to come over the bench and shoot a deep ball and play well. So next game we got is going to be the Chicago Bulls going to Dallas to take on the Mavericks. I like Chris Dunn here. I like Dennis Smith Jr. We were on him. We've been on Smith Jr. even after the game. The game he had a triple-double, we were on him since that game. So Dennis Smith Jr. I like Harrison Barnes at 6'6". I think he's going to be playable. Wesley Matthews at 4.7. I don't really love that. Kleber, no. Berea, possibly. Don't sleep on Dirk, bro. Don't sleep on Dirk. Dirk had 29 last game. Okay, yeah, don't sleep on Dirk. Because his minutes have been fairly solid. 25, 24, 25. If you get Dirk around at 25 minutes, man, that's not bad. And I think I like Dirk at 5K. I think Dirk is playable. On the other side, Justin Holiday, not a big fan of that. Robin Lopez, nah, for me. Denzel Valentine, don't really love that. Mirotic, no. I don't love a lot about Chicago. I really don't. And I want to take a look at Chris Dunn, home versus on the road. Chris Dunn, 44, 52, 30. Yeah, he's good. He's good. He's good. Yeah, I can play Chris. I like Chris Dunn here. Chris Dunn is in play for us. Denzel Valentine at 4.5. I think he is definitely playable. Excuse me. Yeah, I think Denzel Valentine is playable too. Next game we got is going to be the Phoenix Suns going to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. We probably will see Kawhi Leonard here. And, you know, you don't want to say, oh, this game's probably going to blow out, but this game's probably going to blow out. We got Phoenix Suns, one of the worst teams in the league, man. And you've got San Antonio giving up 12.5 at home. Like, if the game was in Phoenix, man, I might feel a little bit better. But, damn, man, I just don't want to get trapped into this shit. I really don't. This game could be a fade for me. I don't have to play anybody from this game. You look at, maybe D-Book at 7'6", T.J. Warren 6'1", maybe, man. But I don't. Kawhi's at 7'6" in this spot. I don't love it. I don't love it. I think everybody's going to go right back to Kawhi after, the 49-point game he had the other night, playing 31 minutes. Man. I mean, is he playable? Yeah, of course he is. He's Kawhi Leonard, and he's under 8K. Of course he's playable. Do I love it, though? Not a lot. Aldridge in play. And it would be different if the San Antonio Spurs had strength at the point guard spot. Because we love to attack Phoenix on the perimeter. We know Devin Booker's not going to play any defense. We know Tyler Ulis cannot guard anybody. So, I don't know, man. Maybe some Parker. I don't know. I don't love it. The Phoenix players will get minutes. Yeah, they will. But only two that I really can fuck with is Booker and Warren. I really can't trust everybody else. Tyson Chandler, he was out last game. He may play. He's probably going to play tonight. He's probably going to play today, yeah. And if that be the case, I'm not playing him, Next game we got is going to be the Utah Jazz going to Denver to take on the Nuggets. Of course, off the top, Donovan Mitchell jumps off the page to me at 7.5, as does Ricky Rubio. I kind of like that one. Derek Favors at 6K. He's going to be playable to me as well. I kind of like Derek Favors here. No Rodney Hood, no Tabo. Jamal Murray at 6.9. That price is just too high for me. Gary Harris, I do like him. Now, this team just played the other team, and nobody wanted to play Donovan Mitchell or Gary Harris. They didn't like them, and both of those guys kind of balled out. They kind of balled out. But what was his last game? Because he just played well. Oh, that was against Cleveland. I'm sorry. He had 50 against Cleveland. Yeah, he had 50 against Cleveland. And 32 against New Orleans. And Gary Harris versus the Jazz, he had 26 against them earlier in the season, 26-27. So he's scoring right around that 26-27 mark there. His last game against Phoenix, he dropped 49 against Phoenix. Gary Harris, that is. So I like him. I can play him. If you get Jokic at 8.8, I think that's definitely going to be usable. Plum Dog at 4.4 looks interesting, as does Wilson Chandler. I like Wilson Chandler here. And Will Barton coming off the bench at 5.8 could be a usable play as well. Next game we got is going to be the Washington Wizards going to Memphis to take on the Grizzlies. They're giving up 4.5 points to the Memphis Grizzlies. Grizzlies are at the crib, 206 point total. We got John Wall at 8.7. I can definitely get behind that. I love Bradley Beal at 7.9. Yo, I'm gonna have some Beal DeRozan lines. I'm gonna have some Beal DeRozan lines. Gortat matched up against Gasol. Nah, I'm cool with that. I'd much rather have some Gasol. You got Ricky Reek at 8K. I think that's gonna be playable. JaMychal Green, don't really love that one. Ennis off of the bench is really sneaky at 3.4. He comes in and gets very solid minutes off of the bench. Like, he plays more minutes than a few of the starters do. So I do like James Ennis here. Oubre at 4.5 is going to be usable for me. I think Markieff Morris at 4.8 deserves a look, and Otto Porter at 6.3 is a little bit enticing. I'm gonna take a look at him. Have they seen the Grizz yet this year? He dropped 31 against them in an earlier game. I think they did play them. I'm not sure if John Wall was playing then. Yeah, that was at home, December 13th. Played 28 minutes, like 25 points. Next game on the slate, and this is a really juicy game right here, bro. The Atlanta Hawks going to Portland to take on the Trailblazers. We got Damian Lillard. He's showing up as a game-time decision here, but I think he should be good to go. He's dealing with a right calf strain, but is considered probable for Friday's game against the Hawks. He didn't really blow your mind last time out, but he had a decent game. You know, he didn't really blow your mind. He dropped 35 points. He had a decent game. That game was over before it was over, so we didn't see fourth quarter run from them cats. But I think we could look at him here. Dame Lillard's going to be in play at 8.5. CJ McCollum at 7.7. That's price is up a little bit, but I think that could be usable. Yeah, we can use that. Nurk at 7.3. I do like Nurk at 7.3. Won't have much exposure to anyone else in this one. On the other side, Dennis Schroeder, he's in play for us at 7K. Actually, we've seen the Portland Trailblazers look differently perimeter defensively wise. They've not been giving it up to point guards the way they have in seasons past, man. And I'm not sure I can buy in completely to Dennis Schroeder at 7K when I've got a matchup in Kent Bazemore at 6.1 that I kind of like. I kind of like Bazemore and Taurean Prince. Both of those guys, 6.1, 5.7, usable. Ersan Ilyasova at 5.3. I think I can get there. He's going to be matched up a lot of time with Al-Farouq Aminu. But I think Ersan shoots the deep shot so well that he still can be able to put points on the board. So he's a guy that I am going to be taking a look at. Next game, and the last game on the slate, is going to be the Charlotte Hornets and the Los Angeles Lakers. If I had to pick one person right now, if you had to pick, Mo, please tell me somebody right now who you're going to play no matter what, who is in your lineup. There's somebody who you're going to play, who you can really trust. And I would have to go out on a limb, and I just love Dwight Howard. I know he's priced up. I know he's 8.4, but I just really like Dwight Howard. I wish he was a little bit cheaper because at 8K, I mean, I'm talking about 48 points is what we need from him. But what's he done against the Lakers in the past? He played them, earlier this year, had 39, 38. He had 49 against them last year. I just love him to have a good game. I don't know if he's going to have a great fantasy game, but I just like him to play really well against the Los Angeles Lakers. I don't know if he's going to have a good fantasy game, but I do like him to play well against the Lakers. So I'm going to highlight him. I think Batum is in play at 6.5. The last time when Kemba played the Lakers in we went to that game. That was in Charlotte. 35 was what he had against them. He priced at 8.2. So, do I look for him to play a ton better away? No, not really. But I can tell you a guy that I do like. And I am the Kentavious Caldwell-Pope whisperer. And I absolutely love Kentavious Caldwell-Pope today. Absolutely. I love Kentavious Caldwell-Pope today. One of my favorite plays on the slate. I like him. Brandon Ingram at 6.6. He's going to be usable. Julius Randle at 5.9. We may get some news that either Lonzo Ball is starting, or we might get some news that Brook Lopez is going back into the starting rotation, and then Julius Randle is going to hit the bench. Hopefully we can get some more clarity on that throughout the rest of the afternoon, and then I can make my final decisions. Jeremy Lamb at 5.6. That's going to be playable. Frank Kaminsky at 4.6 is going to be playable. I'm not a big fan of Kemba here. I like Dwight Howard. I like Batum. I think MKG could be in play at 4.1. Then, of course, we've got Lamb and Kaminsky off of the bench. Give me some Brandon Ingram. Give me some Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. I think Kuzma could be in play at 7.2. But I'm not a big fan. But I think he could be in play. So, this is a good one, man. 217 is the point total. This is a really nice slate. This is a really nice slate. And if I had, the guy that's really standing out to me right now, Caldwell Pope is definitely standing out to me a lot. Drummond is really standing out to me a lot right now. Taj Gibson is standing out a whole lot right now. Whiteside is really standing out for me. DeRozan is standing out for me a lot. Bradley Beal is really jumping off the page to me right now, as far as his DraftKings goes. And then, Kent Bazemore, maybe some Torian Prince. Those are the guys that are really jumping out for me right now. So let's go over on FanDuel, take a look and see, how the pricing correlates, see if we can find any value anywhere. Cat 9.2, no. Jimmy Butler all the way up at 9.8. Wiggins, that's usable. I like that as a value. Gibson, yes, I like those. I like those as values. We can use those. So Tyus Jones is 6K on FanDuel, but he's 4.9 on DraftKings. That's a big difference. I like that. Irving 8.4, not bad. Al Horford, what's Al Horford's price on DraftKings? Because this could be a thing. This could be usable. Okay, so he's cheaper. Okay. So Al Horford is 7K on FanDuel. 7K on FanDuel, and he's 7.4 on DraftKings. That makes him a real solid tournament value on FanDuel. I like that. Jaylen Brown, Rozier, okay. Detroit, Philadelphia, 9.5 for Drummond. That's not a steal. Harris, 6.2. Tobias Harris is cheaper. He's 6.2 on FanDuel. He's 6.4 on DraftKings. That means something. I like Tobias Harris even more than I did initially. Ben Simmons is 8.6, same price. That does pique my interest. Sark, Redick, and Embiid. Okay. My Knicks and Miami Heat on FanDuel. Hassan Whiteside 7.6, Dragic 6.8. No big deals there. Kristaps is 8.8. Cantor, Cantor is cheap, bro. He's 4.9. That's very cheap for Cantor, boy. That's very cheap. Jarrett Jack 4.2. Nah, I don't care about that one. Then we got Toronto and Milwaukee. DeRozan is 9.3. He's priced all the way up. Lowry is 7.5. That's stupid usable right there on FanDuel. That is. Against Bledsoe defense, fuck yeah. Bledsoe 7.2. That's usable. Chris Middleton, Henson, Jonas. Chicago, Dallas. Dunn 7.9. Harrison Barnes 6.6. Okay. Dennis Smith Jr. These guys are moderately priced. No big. Denzel Valentine looks good though. No big values here. Devin Booker is 7.8, which is the same price he is on DraftKings. Warren 7.5. He's cheaper on DK. Kawhi Leonard is 8.1. He's priced right around where he should be in terms of the pricing over on DraftKings. But remember, man, this game is a 12.5 point total. Utah, Denver. Jokic is up. Murray, Harris, those guys are up. Chandler is up 400. Mitchell is 7.5, same price. I kind of like that. Favorite 6.4. Rubio, same price at 5.8. Okay. Washington and Memphis. John Wall is up at 9.3. Beal 8.6. Porter, Gortat is cheaper. Markieff Morris 4.9. 8.2, 8.4. No big value there. Then we go into Atlanta and Portland. Then the Schroeder is 7.4. He's 7K on DraftKings. Bazemore is 100 cheaper on FanDuel. He is DraftKings. That is yes. That's what we want. Prince 5.8, similar price. Yes, that's usable. Dame is 8.7. What's Dame's price? I think Dame is 8.5 on DraftKings, so that's not huge. McCollum is cheaper on FanDuel. He's 7.3. He's 7.7 on DraftKings. That's usable. Nurk, okay, cool. This is gonna be a nice slate, bro. Dwight Howard is 8.6. Batum is 6K. That's usable. He's cheaper. Nick Batum is cheaper. That's usable. Caldwell Pope. Ooh, he's 5.5. Yes. Let's check out the price on Caldwell Pope on DK. 5.7. Okay, he's cheaper on FanDuel. That's definitely gonna be usable. Most definitely. I like that. Take exception to that, bro. When cats are cheaper like that. Kyle Kuzma, stupid cheap on FanDuel. Kuzma is 6K on fucking FanDuel, bro. He is 6K on FanDuel. Stupid cheap. Late night hammer. And then you go over on DraftKings and you look at Kyle Kuzma. You look at Kyle Kuzma on DraftKings, and he's 7.2. That's a $1,200 difference, bro. $1,200 price difference. That is nutty. That is nutty. Yeah, man. I love that. The Ingram, KCP Kuzma stack for the late night to really to help you out on some late night hammer shit. I think we got the keys to the slate, y'all. Let's go ahead and exploit this thing. Meet me in a VIP, man. 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you want to know what that is, man, it's very simple. You go to the website. It is www.dfssweatshop.com. If you scroll down, you see this video that I welcome you in, tell you what we're all about, what we do. You scroll down, you look here, option 1, $14.99 per month. That is a recurring payment. It's cheap as shit. 50 cents a day, a half a cup of coffee, 2 punk ass quarters per day. Get you everything that we do. Option 2, $119.99. You can pay for an entire calendar year. That's going to take you through the rest of football, what's left, the rest of basketball, baseball, all the way back around to this same point next year. Very, very, very awesome value there if you want to use that one. So, yo, meet me in the VIP, man. If you wonder what's about, go ahead and hop in with us. I will welcome you into the very best group online, man. And we will rock this thing out. So, let's have a good slate, a really profitable one. This has been your big homie, the DFS Jerusalem. You can follow me on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem. You're letting you know, man. Oh, wait, yo, real quick, some shout outs, man, real quick. Yo, shout out to the homie, Top Secret 1. He won second place in the turn. He took 1,500. See the logo shining loud and proud. Big deal there. The other homie, D-Dog 1970. The big homie, 3 stacks, bro. Got to it. The Wednesday joint. Got to it. Big shout out to him. Then we had the homie Matt Bowen. Had a very solid night. I mean, destroyed it. Really had a great return on his buy-in there. One of the other homies did very well. So QV, shout out to the homie QV. He took first place with a score 317. So then it snowed here in South Carolina, bro. In South Carolina, it snowed like a mug. It was crazy. All that snow outside. That's pretty dope. So, big shout out to the fan, man, to the whole sweatshop. Get down with us or lay down. Cause we coming, man. If you're on DraftKings, man, I want you to keep it 300. All right? You rocking with the DFS Jerusalem, where we always keep it 300. Peace. We out.